When physical tissue is injured, the body's primary barrier suffers a catastrophic breach. Pathogens pour into a sterile environment, demanding an immediate response. Inflammation follows a sequential, 7-stage biological algorithm. It moves through a strict chronological progression designed to eliminate harmful stimuli and trigger tissue repair. This internal process generates 5 observable physical outcomes: redness, heat, swelling, pain, and loss of function. This mechanism is essential for survival, yet its unregulated persistence destroys healthy tissue. It is the primary driver behind chronic conditions, ranging from rheumatoid arthritis to atherosclerosis. To treat these conditions effectively, we must map the entire sequence, starting with the initial molecular trigger. Stage 1 is recognition. Resident sentinel cells, like macrophages, constantly patrol the tissue for molecular signatures of danger. Pattern recognition receptors on the macrophage, like toll-like receptors, bind to pathogen-associated molecular patterns on bacteria. This triggers stage 2. The macrophage releases cytokines, TNF-alpha and interleukin-1. Adjacent mast cells respond by discharging concentrated histamine, immediately modifying the local environment. These microscopic chemical signals act as the governors of the response, translating a molecular detection event into the visible physical symptoms of inflammation. The algorithm now moves from the tissue into the blood vessel for stage 3, vascular changes. Histamine and nitric oxide force the vessel walls to expand. This vasodilation increases local blood flow, generating redness and heat. Simultaneously, endothelial cells contract, creating microscopic gaps. Plasma proteins like albumin and fibrinogen leak through these gaps into the surrounding tissue. This leakage results in edema. As tissue expands, pressure on local nerves causes pain. Inside the vessel, the ratio of liquid to cells decreases. The rapid flow of blood cells slows to a sluggish crawl, known as stasis. These vascular alterations transform a closed circulatory transit pipe into a permeable staging ground for the deployment of immune cells. Stage 4 is the recruitment of leukocytes. This 5-step mechanical sequence moves neutrophils from the bloodstream to the site of infection. Step 1. Margination pushes neutrophils against the wall. Step 2. Rolling selectins snag receptors, tumbling the cell. Step 3. Firm adhesion integrins lock into ICAM1, stopping motion. Step 4. Diapedesis squeezes the cell through gaps. Step 5. Chemotaxis navigates toward interleukin-8. This mechanical sequence provides the bridge between the circulatory system and the localized tissue response. Stage 5 begins the moment the recruited neutrophil reaches the pathogen. The bacteria is marked for destruction through opsonization. IgG antibodies and C3b proteins coat the microbe surface, identifying it. During engulfment, the neutrophil extends its membrane to surround the microbe, enclosing it in an internal compartment called a phagosome. Within the cell, lysosomes fuse with the phagosome to trigger a respiratory burst. The enzyme myeloperoxidase generates hypochlorous acid to oxidize the pathogen. Under this intense chemical stress, the microbial membrane dissolves and ruptures, neutralizing the infection. This chemical warfare is effective, but it creates collateral damage in healthy tissue. To limit this destruction, the body must initiate a shutdown protocol. Stage 6 is termination. The signaling profile shifts from pro-inflammatory cytokines to anti-inflammatory mediators like interleukin-10 and resolvins. During the clearance phase, spent neutrophils undergo apoptosis. Macrophages then consume the debris to prepare the area for repair. Stage 7 completes the algorithm. In regeneration, lost cells are replaced with replicated, functional tissue. If the damage is extensive, the body uses fibrosis, replacing the area with dense collagen scar tissue. The success of the inflammatory response depends as much on this controlled shutdown and repair as it does on the initial attack. Chronic inflammation occurs when the algorithm fails to terminate. Macrophages and lymphocytes persist in the tissue for years, causing ongoing destruction and failed repair cycles. Pharmaceuticals treat these failures by intercepting specific steps. NSAIDs block enzymes that produce prostaglandins, stopping pain signals at the source. Biologic agents provide greater precision. neutralizing cytokines like TNF-alpha to halt autoimmune disease progression. Mapping the inflammatory pathway from receptor to repair has changed the focus of modern medicine. By fully understanding the specific signaling nodes, we can target the network architecture of the disease state itself.